Hello, ladies. So I'm gonna wait and let's see if someone joins us in a second. But I thought I'll check in. It's been a little while since I did live videos. So I thought it was time for me to check in. And I just want to show you my family album today. We've been having this discussion about, and it said I had poor internet connection. So if I'm having trouble, I might have to reconnect, but let's try again. Oh, I like the lighting on this side better. And I'm sorry, my voice is almost gone. I had a networking event. Hey, Lacey, how are you? I had a late networking event that I attended this morning, and I talked to about 5 different people. And I just had someone come over to my studio and I talked, so I'm like on the verge of not having a voice today. A lot of talking for me. Usually I don't talk that much. I normally listen, so which is totally fine. So what I want to do is just show you my family album, and what I started talking about is, we have this discussion in my group about what's important right now in our lives, and I think family is definitely something that is very, very important. And from your comments, I definitely got that feeling that you value your family, you value your kids, and this is what matters, and that's amazing. So I thought I'd share pictures of my family, and so I'm holding an album here, and I actually sell a similar album at my studio, and so I've been wanting to do yearly albums for a long time, but because I've been so busy, I've been putting it out and out and out, and so it's been 4. My son is 4 and he's turning 5 in June. And only now I finally took a plunge and decided, okay, it's time I should stop putting aside making family album every year and actually make an album. So I put all the pictures from last year into this album, and I am absolutely doing this for the previous. So I had pictures from his birth, from his first birthday, from all of the other years that followed. So I definitely need to spend some time and design some albums that I need to catch up. So this is year 4 and this is our album. So I'll just kind of show you who my son is, what he looks like, and just show you what's important in my life. So this is Alexei, and he's like absolutely adorable little thing. It's crazy that sometimes photographers have children and their children hate to pose. Maybe because he was exposed to camera from early on, he is really, he likes to pose. He actually poses. So I tell him to do certain things and he does them. I tell him to laugh and he laughs. So he's awesome. He definitely follows my instructions. However, if you have little kids like 2 years old, oh my God, I remember taking him to a winery and trying to take pictures of him there, and it's, it's pretty big, wide space, and you can't just put him in one spot and he's confined. At 2 years old, kids want to run around and explore and learn things. So he would not stop moving. He would run from one end to another and back and forth and back and forth. So that was pretty challenging. So images for 2-year-olds are not easy to capture. He's now 4 and it's so much better. And normally here at the studio I would photograph ages 7 and up. But back to Alexei. Look at him. He's like so photogenic too. He's like adorable. So the thing about him, he actually came to me in my dreams before he was conceived. And I know this is like insane story that I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. For some of you, you might know that I lost a child before him, and my first son, his name is Angel. And at 36 weeks, I went to doctors. I didn't feel good, and they told me that the baby's heart's not beating, and so I had to give birth to a baby right away. And so since then, I've been on a journey of finding out what's important, what happens after we die, what happens before we are born, and I read like so many books on it. And one of the things that I did, I went for a meditation kind of retreat to Monroe Institute, which is in Charlottesville, Virginia, and it was over the weekend, and I learned how to do guided meditations. I picked up some guided meditations, and I started practicing that at home. And during one of those meditations, and that was before Alexei was conceived, and since I lost Angel in June, and Alexei was conceived in October, and so I was talking that I went to that retreat, and I picked up meditations, and I started meditating. And during one of those, I had this vision where there's a boy, and he's about 7 years old, and he's all serious, and he tells me, I'm asking him in my meditation, what are you doing here? And I really want to get connected with my son. And he tells me, I am your son. Or I even asked him, do you want to be my son? And he said yes. And so I asked him, when are you gonna come? And he said October 15th. And then I asked him, okay, so what is your name? And he said Alexei. And to me, hearing that for the first time, I thought, oh my God, this is like such a random, weird name that nobody even in Russia uses anymore. So I asked him again to spell it for me, and he spelled it letter by letter by letter, and it's all in Russian. And so he spelled it to me, and I was like, okay, well, that's really weird, but that's fine. So then he got me connected with my prior son. And so after the meditation, I thought, oh my God, this is like the most ridiculous dream ever. But I wrote it in my journal anyway. And so on October 15th, I'm all crying. I just want to cry. I can't concentrate on anything. I can't do any work. All I want to do is cry. And so one of my friends texts me, hey, thinking of you on this day of child loss. And I'm like, oh my God, it is a child loss day today. So that must mean something. That must mean Angel is trying to communicate with me on some level. So I thought, wow, that explains why I want to cry all day. So then this random idea comes to my mind. Oh my God, I need to go get a pregnancy test. And so I could not wait. And at that time I was working in an office, and so I could not wait for my shift to end so I could go and get a pregnancy test. And so I did, and it was October 15th, and I was pregnant for the second time. And so well, first of all, it was shock. I did not even realize or connected the two together until 3 days later when I looked at my journal and I read that story that I wrote down, and I was shocked, because he said that he would come to me on October 15th, and it was October 15th when I have discovered that I was pregnant with my second son, and there was no freaking doubt about it that it was him, and I named him after that name that he gave me during the meditation. So I know this is crazy story, and I'm a little bit out there. I believe in all of that stuff, and it is a lot reflecting in my life a lot. I see things happening, like I see things and a chain of events unfolding in the way that they're benefiting for me, and I know it is because I have the connection with the spiritual world on some level, and I allow them to happen. So anyway, I know it's a crazy story. Let me get back to my album time here. So that's him, and it's so crazy how he grew up so much. So he's definitely a daddy's boy. He's definitely a daddy's boy. He loves his daddy. They, as much as I had connection with him before he came, he is definitely more connected to his dad for sure. Aren't they cute together? Oh, there's some more. I like that picture, but I think I posted it on Facebook and nobody liked it. But I thought that was hilarious. He tried to kiss him and Steve goes, I don't want you to kiss me. Okay, so this was kind of impromptu photo session we did for him. And I think he got his Batman costumes. I can't remember. Maybe it was for his birthday. And so I thought, I have this funny tent and we should do a photo session together. And it was a weekend, so both of us were home and kind of thinking, okay, what are we going to do? So we decided, okay, well, let's do a set of some sort, and let's it must have been some sort of holiday, and we still had those balloons. Oh no, I had balloons, so we actually specifically blew them up for that. So I thought that was awesome. And then he played with them. Oh, and this one, that was just a creative session we did. That's me dancing. I did this skirt for my studio. I still have that, and I still use that. But what I wanted to do is to go and dance in the field. Oh yes, that's what it was. That field of canola, and so all these hearts that you see, that's my mom. That's a lot of hearts. Okay. And so that was a pumpkin patch that we went to in October. And that was Luray Caverns. I always wanted to go there, but I did not pull the plunge until actually this past fall. And that was leaves that he played in the leaves, and I thought that would be great to capture them together playing with his dad. He was playing with his dad. And then, Luray, then we went to the mountains because it's a mountainy area, and we did a little bit of hiking, not too much and there's not much you can do with the little guy, but we did a little hiking. And that was my photo shoot, and I really wanted to do a family picture together, and I also wanted to use it for my Christmas cards that some of you actually got from me. All of my clients should have received a card from me, and that was one of the cards. And I may have I think my profile picture changed recently because I set it up to be a temporary one. But we went to Mineo, and a photographer named Erin Lundy took some pictures for us. And that's it. And now I'm on a mission to make these albums every year, and also there is the best way. I can also create like little mini copies and send to grandmas, and I should start doing that. So let's see, do you have any questions? No questions. All right, well, I thought I popped in and just talk to you because it's been a little while, and I did not forget about you, so I thought I'd do that, and I'll try to do more live videos. All right. See you soon. Bye.